Hello all, I welcome you all to this session of basic thermodynamics. In today's class, we will study the comparison of temperature scales. In last class, we had studied the ice point and steam point. We studied the various temperature scales, namely Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin and Rankine scale. So, in order to compare any two scales, we need ice point and steam point of those scales which we have listed down. We already know that the Celsius case ice point is 0 degree Celsius and steam point is 100 degree Celsius. Sometimes it is also called as centigrade scale because it has 100 divisions between it. So, Celsius or centigrade scale, ice point is 0 and steam point is 100. Fahrenheit 32 is ice point and 212 is steam point. In Kelvin, it shows 273.15 at ice point, 373.15 at steam point. Similarly, Rankine 491.67 at ice point and Rankine scale shows 671.67 at steam point. So, you can see this is 100 divisions between steam point and ice point, this is 180, this is once again 100 and Rankine scale it has 180 degrees between the ice point and steam point. Now, in order to compare the temperature scales, we will consider first a thermometric property L. So, generally it can be length, it can be pressure, it can be volume or it can be resistance, but we are simply denoting it by a letter L. That is what we said, it can be any thermometric property. So, we are just denoting it by the letter L such that T is in degree Celsius. Okay. So, this is basically we are talking about the case 1, that is Celsius scale or centigrade scale. So, we are considering a thermometric property L such that temperature is T is in degree Celsius and temperature is a linear function of thermometric property L. So, since it is a linear function, I can denote T is equal to AL plus B. Okay. So, since it is in degree Celsius, this temperature is in degree Celsius and this thermometric property L, and A and B are constants, where A and B are constants. So, now we know at ice point, we know that temperature is 0 and at ice point L, our thermometric property, we can denote it as L suffix I. That means to say, if you keep the thermometer in a ice point, temperature will reach 0 degree centigrade. If you are thinking about the length, whatever the length which we are getting, that length which we are denoting it by Li. So, equation 1, call this as equation 1. So, if you substitute this in equation 1, substitute in equation 1, what you get is 0 is equal to A L suffix I plus B. Similarly, you go for the second condition at steam point. Temperature T is equal to 100 degree centigrade or Celsius and at steam point L can be denoted as L suffix S. So, the equation 1, substitute these values in equation 1, substitute in equation 1, what you get is 100 is equal to A L S plus B. Call this as equation 2, call this as equation 3. So, now you try to find out the values of A and B. So, by solving 2 and 3, by solving equation 2 and equation 3, what we are doing is equation 3 minus 2, or you can say that as equation 3 minus equation 2. what you get is on the left hand side 100 minus 0 is equal to ALS minus ALI. So both B gets cancelled out. So what you will remain is 100 is equal to, take out A common, LS minus LI. So you can get the value of A is equal to 100 divided by LS minus LI. So what we got is the value of A, that is 100 divided by LS minus LI. Similarly, you substitute this value in one of the equation, substitute the value of A in equation 2. So what you get, 0 is equal to 100 is A value, Li is there only, so plus B. Therefore, B is equal to minus 100 Li divided by Ls minus Li. So we got the value of A and B. We got the value of A and B. Substitute the value of A and B in equation 1, you get the expression for SLCS scale. Substitute value of A and B in equation 1. So T is equal to 100 divided by Ls minus Li, this is the value of A, L plus B, so B value is minus 100 Li divided by Ls minus Li. So you take this common, that is 100 divided by Ls minus Li, then what you will remain with is L minus Li. So this is the expression for temperature in degree Celsius. So sometimes in some of the books he may follow, instead of L he may follow the thermometric property as X. So in that case you get an expression 100 into X minus Xi divided by Xs minus Xi. So what this expression means to us? This expression is telling us, if you have a thermometer which is a degree Celsius scale, so Li is length of mercury or any property, just for the sake of example we are taking a glass mercury thermometer. Let us assume that this is a length of the mercury in a thermometer, glass thermometer. So in that case Li is length of the mercury in the column, glass column, when it is at ice point. So Li both you know, and Ls is the length of the mercury in the glass thermometer when the thermometer is kept in the steam point. So this is the one which you are getting when you have an unknown temperature. Let us say you are keeping it in an unknown temperature and getting that reading, that you called it as L. So now what is the temperature? You know this value already, you know these two values already, and what is the value you are getting when you keep the thermometer for in an unknown temperature? You get this value, then what you get is temperature in Celsius. So that is the physical meaning of this expression. Let us consider case 2, that is Fahrenheit scale. Let us consider a thermometric property L such that T is in Fahrenheit and temperature is a linear function of thermometric property L. So since it is a linear function, you can relate the temperature with the thermometric property as T is equal to AL plus B, where A and B are constant. So try to put these conditions which we know in this equation 1. What we know, at ice point temperature in Fahrenheit scale is 32 and you can denote L or the thermometric property as Li at ice point. So substitute these values in equation 1. What we get is 32 is equal to A Li plus B. Similarly, we know at steam point temperature is 212 Fahrenheit and you can denote length as L suffix S. Substitute this in equation 1. What we get is 212 is equal to A L suffix S plus B. Call this as equation 2 and this as equation 3. Now solve equation 3 and 2. Solving equation 3 and 2, that is what we are doing, equation 3 minus equation 2. Equation 3 minus equation 2. 212 minus 32, 180. We know the difference between, or the number of divisions between ice point and steam point in a Fahrenheit scale is 180 divisions. 180 is equal to A Ls minus A L suffix I. So both terms B will get cancelled out. So 180 is equal to A, take it out as common, Ls minus Li. Or the value of A you found out now, A is equal to 180 divided by Ls minus Li. So in order to get the value of B, substitute the value of A in equation 2. Substitute A value in equation 2. What we get is 32 is equal to 180 by Ls minus Li plus B. Now we get the value of B as B is equal to minus 180 Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 32. Now we have the value of A and B. Substitute the value of A and B in equation 1. Substitute value of A and B in equation 1. So T is equal to 180 by Ls minus Li L plus B. B value I am writing 180 Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 32. Or you take out 180 by Ls minus Li common in the first term, first two terms, we get L minus Li plus 32. So this is the expression for temperature in Fahrenheit scale. If you know the length of the mercury when it is at ice point, length of the mercury when it is at steam point, and if you insert the thermometer in any of the unknown temperature, whatever the length you get, if you substitute that length here, you get a number which is the temperature of that particular system. So now we can compare temperature in Fahrenheit scale and Celsius scale because we know the expression for Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. We have got the expression for Fahrenheit scale, which is 180 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 32. We also know the temperature expression for Celsius, which is 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li. So now what is the relationship between Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale, which we will try to derive. So if I try to put this expression here, it becomes a Celsius. So that is what we try to do. I will take the Fahrenheit scale. I want this term here. So what we will do, we can simplify it as without changing the meaning of the expression, let us multiply it by 100 and divide it by 100. It does not change the meaning of the expression of Fahrenheit scale, L minus Li into Ls minus Li. plus 32. So it is not changing the meaning, remember, you can cancel it out. So what we got is now 180 by 100, I will simply keep it outside. So you have 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 32. So what is this term? This term is nothing but temperature in Celsius. So this can be cancelled out, it is 9 by 5, and this you are calling it as the same expression, Celsius plus 32. So this is the relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius scale. Now if you know any of the temperature, for example, we generally use Fahrenheit scale in a few of the instances where whenever you have a fever, if you go to a doctor, he may tell you that the temperature is 100. So that is a Fahrenheit scale. Okay. So if you substitute 100 here, then you will get what is that 100 in terms of Celsius scale. So you get around 37.7 or 37.8 degree Celsius. So that is how you can convert Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. Case 3, we will consider Kelvin scale. Consider a thermometric property L such that temperature T is in Kelvin and temperature is a linear function of thermometric property L. So we write the expression T is equal to AL plus B and call this as expression 1. So we know two boundary conditions. One is at ice point temperature in Kelvin scale is 273.15 and we are denoting length at ice point as L suffix I. So substitute it in equation 1, substitute in equation 1, 273.15 is equal to A L suffix I plus B. Similarly, we also know at, call this as equation 2, similarly at steam point temperature is 373.15 Kelvin and L we are denoting it as L suffix S. So substitute this in equation 1, substitute in equation 1, we get 373.15 is equal to A L suffix S plus B. Call this as equation 3. Solving equation 3 and 2, that is we are subtracting equation 2 from equation 3, that is equation 3 minus equation 2. We know that this difference is 100, 373.15 minus 273.15 is 100 is equal to ALS minus ALI and B gets cancelled out. So A is equal to or A into Ls minus Li is equal to 100 or A is equal to 100 divided by Ls minus Li. So we got the expression for A. Similarly, you go for the value of B. What can we do? We substitute the value of A in equation 2. Substitute value of A in equation 2, that is 273.15 is equal to A value 100 L into Li plus B. Go for the value of B. B is equal to minus 100 Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 273.15. We got the value of B. So now substitute the value of A and B in equation 1. Substitute A and B value in equation 1. T is equal to A is 100 by Ls minus Li into L plus B value minus 100 Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 273.15, or you take the common out, 100 divided by Ls minus Li is common, so you remain with this plus 273.15. So this is the expression for temperature in Kelvin. If you know length of mercury in the column when it is at ice point and when it is at steam point, any unknown temperature, if you get the length of the mercury, then you can get temperature in Kelvin by using this expression. So if you look at this expression, we already having this particular term which gives us the relationship between Celsius scale and Kelvin scale. Now we will learn the relationship between Celsius scale and Kelvin scale. We got the expression for Kelvin scale as 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 273.15. We already know the expression for Celsius scale as 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li. So in Kelvin scale expression, if you replace this term as Celsius scale, what we get is the relationship between Celsius scale and temperature scale. This is not the new expression, we already are familiar with this expression. Whenever we have the temperature in Celsius scale, we tend to add it with 273.15. So similar expression you can solve it for Celsius scale if you know the Kelvin scale. What we do? Just Kelvin minus 273.15 would give you Celsius. So that expression can be, if you have this Kelvin, this is what you get. If you have the temperature in Kelvin, just subtract the temperature by 273.15, you get temperature in Celsius. The case 4 is Rankine scale. Consider a thermometric property L such that temperature is in Rankine. Let temperature T is a linear function of thermometric property L. So the expression can be T is equal to AL plus B. Call this as expression 1. We know two boundary condition. At ice point, Rankine cycle reads 491.67, and let us say L is denoted by Li at ice point. Substitute this in equation 1. (491.67) is equal to A L suffix I plus B. Call this as equation 2. Now one more condition we know is at steam point, T is equal to 671.67 and L is L suffix S. So we have substitute this in equation 1. 671.67 is equal to A L suffix S plus B. Call this as equation 3. Solve equation 3 and 2, that is equation 3 minus equation 2. So 671.67 minus 491.67, that is 180 divisions, is equal to A into R ALS minus ALI. So B gets cancelled out. So A, take it as common, Ls minus Li is equal to 180. Get the expression for A, 180 divided by Ls minus Li. Substitute the value of A in equation 1. Substitute the value of A in equation 2 to get the value of B. Therefore, value of B is equal to minus 180 Li Ls minus Li plus 491.67. So we got the value of A and B. Substitute the value of A and B in equation 1. T is equal to 180 Ls minus Li, L minus 180 plus 491.67, or you get the expression, take this common, what we have is the expression for Rankine cycle. T in Rankine. So this is the expression for Rankine cycle. If you know the length at ice point and length at steam point and length at an unknown temperature, you can get the temperature in Rankine scale by using this expression. The relationship between Rankine and Fahrenheit scale. We got the expression for Rankine scale as 180 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 491.67. And we already know the expression for Fahrenheit as 180 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 32. So what we will try to do, we will try to get this expression here, then we can establish a relationship between Fahrenheit and Rankine. So in Rankine scale, if you add and subtract 32, we will get this expression. What we will do? Add and subtract 32 so that this term plus this term will give me Fahrenheit plus subtracting 32 from this term is 459.67. So this is the relationship between Rankine and Fahrenheit. We are trying to establish a relationship between Rankine and Kelvin scale. We have the expression for Rankine as 180 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 491.67. We have the expression for Kelvin as 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 273.15. So we try to put one of the expression in the other so that we get a relationship. So here it is 180 and here it is 100. So we will try to simplify this as 1.8 into 100 L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li plus 491.67. So what we are trying to get is this term. So that's why 1.8 into 100, the same expression 180. It does not change the meaning of the expression. So we try to have this expression here. So what we will do, we will try to simplify this term 100 into L minus Li by Ls minus Li is equal to Kelvin minus 273.15. So in this term here we can substitute Kelvin minus 273.15, substitute this back there. So substitute the value of 100 into L minus Li divided by Ls minus Li value there. So Rankine is equal to 1.8 into this value, that is temperature in Kelvin, minus 273.15. So that expression is this, plus 491.67. So multiply this, 1.8 temperature in Kelvin minus 1.8 into 273.15 plus 491.67. Be 1.8 Kelvin, because if you multiply this with 273.15, you end up with the 491.67 only. Both term will get cancelled out, and this is the expression are the relationship between Rankine scale and Kelvin. So that is temperature in Rankine scale is 1.8 times of temperature in Kelvin scale.